system here. We've been working on it the last couple of weeks. We started it last week, and it's been running pretty good. There's some things we had to adjust, some things we had to replace, but the whole system's running pretty well right now. So I'm going to go over the compressors with you, just kind of show you what we were able to accomplish in the first couple of weeks. So check it out. So here's the compressors. Discharge pressure is around close to 1,000 psi. It's not real accurate. And comes down here is the cool gas, not liquid. Goes up in the condenser, comes out of the condenser is a cool gas, which is the heat exchanger, and this is where it turns to liquid. So CO2 does not condense out of the they call it a gas cooler. Out of the gas cooler. Comes down here, cools the gas down as it goes through this pressure state from almost 1,000 psi down to around 580 psi, 550, 580. Then it turns into a liquid. Here's our receiver right here. Got a liquid level in there. Pretty good. There's our low level sensor here. Pretty good here. Here's our phase controllers here for all our zones right there, and I got some more case 13 in there and 13 in here, so there's a total of 26 zones. It's kind of nice. Close this. So yeah, LMP designed this rack. This is their first enclosed rack like this. They build them for like Costco, supermarkets, stuff like that, Target. They build all CO2 racks for them, but those are usually done inside. This one's outside, and it's in this container that they built. It's not really a container, it's this big package they built. And you have all the lines coming in right here. Hey guys, thanks for tuning to Alliance Tech. So I have Phil here with me from LMP. He's the startup guy for this whole job. He started up everything. So in my experience, I've never really dealt with a rack like this before. This is the first time I've ever dealt with a rack like this, and it's actually pretty phenomenal. So how long have you been doing this for?
10 years.
10 years. He's been doing, but you've been in the industry for
31 years now. 31
years. So he's been building these LMP racks and starting them up for 10 years. And this system is CO2.
Yep.
And what's the difference between, what is your opinion on between Freon racks compared to CO2 racks?
Well, I find the CO2 is more efficient on for taking the loads on the evaporator. It gets a lot much faster than the TX rack, and I like it so much. Yes. I don't want to do any more Freon racks anymore. Freon racks.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. The suction lines are very small, and there's a total of 26 circuits.
Yes.
26 coils, probably less circuits, but 26 coils, and some circuits have 3 coils on them, but the suction lines are small, and the amount of when we first fired this thing up, took a little bit to get it going, but after it went going, the temperatures came crashing down. It was amazing to see everything just fall and settle right into place. So if you guys are looking to do any type of CO2 out there, I really recommend LMP. They're actually owned by Evapco now.
Yes.
Evapco. So, and LMP started out by themselves. They're based out of Canada, and then they just recently did a merger with Evapco. They use a gas cooler. This up here does not condense the CO2. It cools the CO2 down.
Yep.
Correct?
Yes.
And then after it goes through, the plate and frame heat exchangers in there that help phase off any liquid that happens to come back from your suction. It goes into your, those are called injectors.
Yes.
And then that's where the phase state happens. It goes from gas to liquid there.
So we call it the booster rack.
The booster rack.
Yeah, with a low temperature.
So,
compressor.
Yeah, and the low temperature side discharges into the receiver.
Yes. Such like a cascade refrigeration.
Yeah.
Rack.
And it's the receiver kind of acts like an intercooler or a control pressure receiver.
Yes.
So they maintain the receiver pressure between 500 and 600 psi.
No, we're targeting at 480.
480 receiver
480,
pressure.
such as like 32F on liquid temp.
Very cool. So it's much different from any other kind of refrigeration system you're used to seeing out there. And the defrost is, everything's very critical. Your oil return is critical. You have to set these valves up, I mean, to their exact pressure in order to get your proper oil return, proper defrost. Hot gas defrost is kind of hard to achieve on a CO2 rack where you have an ammonia system. I mean, you just pump your hot gas discharge out on your system. This one, it pumps it out, but it has to regulate it off the medium temp side, the low temp side, the low temp discharge. The low temp discharge.
Yes.
Basically shuts the discharge off the compressors from going to the receiver and redirects that flow to our hot gas coils inside the plant. And if you and it's very neat, it heats up pretty quick. But we got over like 300 feet of line set.
Yeah.
So 300 feet of piping, and all stainless steel copper construction. The copper is very thick. They withstand the CO2 pressures and are high side. The gas cooler runs around 1,000 psi.
Yeah. And transcritical could go up like 1,300, but this one is like a adiabatic gas cooler, so we won't reach that kind of pressure.
And if you guys
hopefully.
And you guys know who watch my channel how much I love adiabatic condensers. I have all these fan motors on here. When they go out, they're expensive. So just if you guys are going to buy these kind of condensers with your racks, they're very efficient, but always get a couple spare motors if you can, because once they go, you're going to need them when they go. So they only go when you need them. So if you guys have any questions, leave your comments down below, like, subscribe, and make sure you buy LMP.
Yeah. Evapco LMP. Thank you.